How y'all doing? This is Pete over at D.I.Y. Auto School, and what we're going to do today, we're going to review the Central Pneumatic Abrasive Spot Blaster gun. Now this is a top-mounted hopper job. That means that the abrasive, which is right here, I'm going to show you that in a minute, goes into the top. You plug your air into it, and then it siphon feeds its way down.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
The requirements to use this little thing is you have to have a 30-gallon plus continuous running air compressor. You have to have a 7 to 29-gallon intermittent and a 1 to 6-gallon not recommended. So a medium air compressor will do the job, but it's recommended that you have a 30-plus gallon tank, if that makes any sense. That means that the bigger the compressor, the better. If you got a little air compressor that runs nail guns and staple guns, this ain't gonna work. This is a hopper size of 9 ounces. Air pressure has to be a continuous 90 psi. Average consumption is 6 CFM at 90 psi. So your compressor has to be at least a 10 or 12 CFM compressor, because 6 CFM, you should double that if you want it to continuously run at the pressure required. It's got a 1/4 inch inlet. Its recommended hose size is a 1/4 inch diameter. We're going to be using 3/8, and the nozzle diameter is 5 millimeters. I think I covered everything on our Central Pneumatic Abrasive Spot Blaster gun. The reason I'm going to do a review on this is because we're going to sandblast a couple items, and we're going to use this baby to do it with. So let's go ahead and get to the abrasive. Now I bought this at Harbor Freight couple years ago, and this is a Central Pneumatic, and this is 70 grit aluminum oxide blasting media. This is not sand. This is aluminum oxide blasting media. This is a 44 pound. All right, I've already used half of it. Kind of see right here, half of it's already gone, but this is a 44. And I think I paid, at the time when I bought it several years back, I think this was $16. I'm sure it's a lot more now. Speaking of price, the gun itself, the Spot Blaster gun itself, was on sale for $9.85. Regular price is $17.99. For $9.85, I said, you know what? I need to buy that.
Now's the time that you want to hit the subscribe button, click on that bell for notifications, and comment below. Because if you don't, this big blob of Mondo's going to be inside your bed covers tonight when you crawl in there, and it's going to get in places that we really don't want to talk about right now. Do my friend Pete a favor and subscribe now. Do it, or that Mondo's going to do you.
All right, what we're going to go ahead and sandblast today is we got these little covers. Now, these are off the hood of a 1968 Mustang. These are the louvers where your turn signal would be when you're actually in the driver's seat looking out. And I need to blast the paint off of these. Let's go ahead and open it up. I mean, it's really not a fancy package. There's really nothing to go over. It's a box. You open it up. You got your directions right here. You need to use a minimum of 90 psi. The requirements, they got a troubleshooting guide. If you have issues, it tells you how to follow that. And just your normal basic, here's your assembly diagram. That's in there if you need to take it apart. It's got a parts list for $10 or $12. that I paid for this. If it breaks down, it's going to be going in the trash. We are not going to worry about parts. It kind of gives you angles of lubrication and how to fix it up, and also it gives you diagrams of how to run the operation so you have a moisture-free unit. That's one thing that's very important when sandblasting, or media blasting, we'll call it, abrasive blasting, is that you got to keep moisture out of the machine or it will not work. If moisture gets inside here, it's not going to work, people. So we got the gun out. It looks like it's a handy gun. It's basically like holding a gun. It looks like it's pretty handy. It balances in your hand very well. I like the way that it balances. You fill it up here, so I got to go get me a plastic cup. Actually, here's a plastic cup right here we can use. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and use this plastic cup, and then what I'll do is I will pour my media inside the cup to pour it in there. I don't know how much it's going to take. When it comes to blasting parts like this, and this is actually pot metal. This is not aluminum or steel. This is made out of pot metal. When it comes to blasting this, you want to use an abrasive media. You don't want to really use sand. This is going to be a finer blasting situation for that, and it should remove the paint and also do a nice job where it's not going to ruin the finish of the metal. So we're going to go ahead and pour our media into our gun very easily. Now, I did a review on a Harbor Freight blaster gun a couple of years ago, and it turned out to really be a good item. And that one is a little more expensive than this one. I believe that one was like $30 or something. But I'll get it out here in a minute, and I want to show that to you. And I did a review on that, and it really worked out nice. Okay, we're almost full. So you can see that this little gun actually holds a lot of material inside it. And the weight of it is really not that heavy. It's balanced nice in my hand, and I like the way that it balances. We're going to go ahead and put an inlet on our gun here. And the key to blasting, always remember, is to keep moisture out of. Okay, we don't want any moisture mixing in with our material, our media, sand, or whatever. So I'm holding it again in my hand. This is full, and it feels very balanced and very nice. I like the way it feels. I also noticed that when I tip it over, you can see sand coming out, so we want to be careful with that. Let's get outside. Let's take our, this, and see how the abrasive spot blaster gun works. Okay, here we are. We got our piece that we're going to sandblast outside. I got my abrasive spot blaster gun from Harbor Freight. And I noticed that right when I plug it in, I can hear air coming out. It's not blocked up in there like it's supposed to be. And I can see a fine mist of sand being blown into my hands. So it's not an airtight sealed gun right off the bat. Let's go ahead and blast this and see what happens. I got my safety glasses. And it's not doing anything, people. Let's try it one more time. Okay, it is blasting it off, but I will say it is a spot blaster only. Let's try it again. The trigger is very hard to pull. I can't get the trigger out. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's not even working. It's clogged up. Let me try the trigger again. Okay, I can't get the trigger to start. Hang on. Okay, let's go ahead and unplug that. The pneumatic abrasive spot blaster gun, on sale for like 12 bucks or whatever the fuck I paid for it. Regular price $18. It's not worth it, people. Keep your money and try something else. I'm gonna go in there and get the other one, and we'll pour the sand out of this one into that one. When I had it plugged in, I noticed the trigger was very hard to pull. Very, very hard to pull. And there wasn't nothing coming out. I mean, you kind of see what kind of action we got here. I'm sorry. I don't want to waste that. That stuff costs money. Costs a lot of money. Okay, so I went and got this gun here, and we're going to go ahead and see how this one works. When I did a review with this one, it actually worked pretty good. This one here, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's a pile of shit. Don't buy it. Let's go ahead and empty this in here, like that. And since I keep my receipts from Harbor Freight, I'll be sending this one back, people. This will be going back to Harbor Freight, and I'll get my 12 bucks back. Or whatever I paid for it. Okay, so we got this one here. I already did a review on this, but we're going to go ahead and try it again. And this one here actually fits in your hand good. It has a nice feel trigger, and it also has a adjustable valve, how much sand you want it to blow out. So let's try this and see how this one works. So you can see right out the door, this sandblaster here is well worth the money over this one here. And I suggest, if you're going to buy a sandblaster, spot blaster from Harbor Freight, can you see what I'm looking at? All right, let me go ahead and show you that again. I'm not going to plug this one in. This one here is a piece of shit. This is the one that we're actually reviewing. This is trash, people. Throw it in the trash. It's no good. And pay the extra $1 for the big boy. Okay, here it is right here. This one here is the Central Pneumatic Blast Gun with gravity feed. This is the bigger one. This is the one you want. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little more blasting. This is more bang for your buck, people. Get this one and throw that one in the trash. Let's get back in the shop. Woo! We tried it, and I hate to say it. I hate to say it, guys. This is not going to work. You can keep this and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. This thing here is junk. It took me 2 hands to literally pull the trigger on it. Nothing was really coming out of it, and it wasn't worth even keeping. Like I said, I got my receipts, and I'll be taking this back when I go back to Harbor Freight and get my money back. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete. Let me put this in here. Yeah, we gotta make sure it's a complete package deal, right? And telling you, do not get this blaster, even if it's on sale. It's trash. Leave it alone. If you want to buy trash, buy it. If you want to buy something that's worth the money, get the other one I showed you and leave this where you find it or see it. This is total junk. I can't even call it scrap iron because it's made out of plastic. and you will not be happy with that. My friend Pete, your friend Pete, telling you, Harbor Freight junk right here. Some stuff's good, some stuff's bad. This one happens to be the bad guy right here. Right here, people. Take it easy. We'll see you later. And always remember, my friend Pete showing you how to do it the right way. Saving money and doing the job professionally. Right there.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.